Hello everyone, welcome back to Popcorn in Bed. Still in Canada, still visiting my parents, so a little different of a set, but I am very excited about today's movie. I've been promising a Hitchcock poll on Patreon forever. After I watched Minority Report, and I'm just like, I love suspense and I love thrillers. So many comments were like, why don't you go to the literal inventor of suspense and thrillers, which is Alfred Hitchcock. And I've watched some of his big ones. I've watched Psycho, still blown away by that one. I watched The Birds and I watched Rear Window. So I finally put a poll on, and North by Northwest was our runaway winner. To Catch a Thief, I think, was second. No, Vertigo was second. So if you would have asked me what North by Northwest was before I started the channel, probably would have, when I think of Northwest, I think of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West kid, Northwest. I'm like, a podcast by Kim Kardashian's daughter? But no, it is a classic Hitchcock movie. I've also got a lot of flack for not having watched a Cary Grant movie yet. So I'm excited to see him in this. I know he was like a Hollywood hunk back in the day. That's such an old school word, Hollywood hunk. A leading man. I actually don't know the actress in this, or what it's about at all. I just know it's Hitchcock, so it's probably suspense and Cary Grant. And I'm very excited, actually. Let's get started. If you want to vote in polls like a Hitchcock poll and stuff like that, check out my Patreon here. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's do this. Cary Grant. Eva Marie Saint. Don't recognize her name. North by Northwest. This looks like, yeah, New York, Fifth Avenue. There he is! He always does a cameo, doesn't he?
Spread the good word in as many small-time segments as we can grab. Come on, you better walk me to the plaza.
I didn't put a coat on.
Your blood sugar, child. Come on. Send her a box of candy for Blount. $10.
He is handsome.
Oh, can we take a cab into Thornhill?
What, for 2 blocks?
You're late and I'm tired.
I beg your pardon. I have a very sick woman here. You don't mind, do you?
Well, no.
Thank you very much.
Poor man.
I made him a happy man. I made him feel like a good Samaritan. Maggie, in the world of advertising, there's no such thing as a lie. There's only the expedient exaggeration.
Advertising.
Say, do I look heavyish to you? Put a note on my desk in the morning. Think thin.
He's like the OG Don Draper.
Oh, as soon as you get back to the office, call my mother. Remind her we've got those theater tickets for tonight.
You know what I always wanted to do?
Wait, Maggie, you can't call her. She's a missus.
I always wanted to wave down a taxi in New York City, like the movies. But I hardly saw any taxis in New York. Everyone was just Uber. It's kind of unexciting when they just pull up, and phones made a lot of things unexciting.
We got a little head start here.
He's so tan.
Oh, well, I just did something pretty stupid. I told my secretary to call Mother, and I realized she won't be able to reach her where she is. She's playing bridge at the apartment of one of her cronies. Your secretary? No, my mother. Perhaps if I sent her a telegram.
A telegram?
Boy.
Boy.
Right through there, sir.
Hey, wait a minute. What's that supposed to be?
Car's waiting outside. You will walk between us saying nothing. Let's go.
Let's go where? Who? Oh, this is ridiculous.
Did his friends not hear this? He could have taken him.
You know, I left some friends back there in the Oak Bar. They're going to think I'm awfully rude. Can we stop off at a drugstore for a moment so that I can explain I'm being kidnapped? Locked. Who's Townsend?
Who's driving? Who are these goons? Something's fishy here.
You will wait here.
Oh, don't hurry. I'll catch up on my reading.
Mr. Lester Townsend.
Good evening.
This is a very formal kidnapping. Dun dun.
And what the devil is all this about? Why was I brought here? Not that I mind a slight case of abduction now and then, but I have tickets for the theater this evening.
Leonard, Have you met our distinguished guest?
He looks like Norman's brother.
My secretary is a great admirer of your methods, Mr. Kaplan.
Did you call me Kaplan?
I know you're a man of many names, but I'm perfectly willing to accept your current choice.
My name is Thornhill. Roger Thornhill. There's never been anything else. So obviously, your friends picked up the wrong package when they bundled me out here in the car.
He was actually the wrong guy?
But the least I can do is afford you the opportunity of surviving the evening.
What the devil is that supposed to mean?
Why don't you surprise me, Mr. Kaplan, and say yes?
Townsend, you're making a serious mistake.
Going to lead to a very happy conclusion, Mr. Kaplan.
I'm not Kaplan.
Wrong place, wrong time, wrong person.
June the 16th, you checked into the Sherwin Hotel in Pittsburgh as Mr. George Kaplan of Berkeley, California. 2 days you're due at the Ambassador East in Chicago.
Not me.
Do you intend to cooperate with us? I'd like a simple yes or no.
A simple no. For the simple reason I simply don't know what you're talking about.
Are they not even going to entertain the possibility that this is the wrong guy?
Scotch, rye, bourbon.
Just take a quick ride back to town.
Oh, that has been arranged. But first, a libation.
You drink it. I've had enough stimulation for one day.
Use your legs. Kick. He's very tall. Kick.
Cheers.
They're not gonna do what I think they're gonna do, are they? Come on, come on. Oh, this is so dangerous. I've had nightmares about this, like this weirdly exact situation, like someone drugged me and I was trying to drive and I was so scared I was gonna hurt someone. It's a specific one, right? This is good, right? It's good if he gets pulled over. Then you can tell them he was kidnapped. No. Oh, but he's in trouble. Was driving under the influence a crime back then?
Lieutenant, I want this man examined for driving while intoxicated.
Oh.
Really? In a big house. They try to kill me. Somebody call the police.
Come on.
This is very unfair.
I got a call somewhere. Where's the phone?
You're allowed one call. You better make it your lawyer. Just a minute, please. Here.
Oh, Mother? Yeah. Wait a minute. I'll find out. Where am I?
Glen Cove Police Station.
No, Mother, I have not been drinking. No, these two men, they poured a whole bottle of bourbon into me.
Come on, let's go.
Someone needs to help him.
That was Mother.
Oh, poor guy.
Have you been drinking?
Doc, I am gassed. These two fellas, they...
How much would you
and
say
another
that you
guy-
drank?
About this much.
It is my opinion that you were definitely intoxicated.
Thornhill succeeded in escaping from his would-be assassins, and when they gave chase, he naturally had to drive as best he could under the circumstances.
Everyone doesn't believe him.
You know him to be a reasonable man.
Absolutely.
Mother.
Sergeant, I want this turned over to the county detectives for investigation. I'm going to set this over for final disposition tomorrow night at 7:30, which time I expect you and the defendant to be here and ready to go to trial.
I suppose if I were brought in here dead, you still wouldn't believe it.
Roger, wait a minute.
Well, I mean, after all, Your Honor, would I make up such a story?
That is precisely what we're intending to find out, Mr.
Okay, does he have names he can give the detectives? Townsend. They thought he was a Mr. Kaiser.
Yes?
Remember me?
Yes, sir.
Good. Is Mr. Townsend at...
No, I'm sorry he's left for the day, sir. Who shall I say is calling?
County detective.
This way, please.
Oh, they're all gonna investigate together?
This is the room. And here's the sofa where they held me down. Spilled bourbon all over it. I'll show you the stains. Oh, we must have cleaned them off. Scotch, gin, vodka.
And bourbon. I remember when it used to come in bottles.
Roger, dear, we were so worried about you.
She's in on this?
It was a dull party. You didn't miss a thing.
I want you all to know, I never saw this woman before last night.
You haven't gotten into trouble, Roger.
Mr. Thornhill was picked up last night driving while under the influence of alcohol.
Roger, you said you were going to call a cab.
Mr. Thornhill has told us that he was brought to this house against his will last night.
He became even worse as the evening wore on. He told us he had to go home to sleep it off.
What a performance. Well, where's her husband? He's the one you should be questioning. Is there any place he can be reached?
The United Nations.
United Nations?
He's addressing the General Assembly this afternoon.
Oh no. This is quite the ruse these people have going on.
Now, wait a minute.
No one believes them.
Will you be wanting to get in touch with my husband, Captain?
No, Mrs. Townsend, that won't be necessary. Do you mean you're not going to do any more about this?
Pay the $2.
Well, that must be an awful feeling for him. Maybe they have security. I don't think they have security cameras yet. No. No.
Have you got a George Kaplan staying here? You have? 796. Ring it, will you please? Oh, well, did he leave word when he'd be back? Well, that's odd. He hasn't answered his telephone in 2 days. Put on that sweet, innocent look you do so well and go to the desk and get the key to 796.
Roger, you are disgraceful.
Will you want me to be changing your bedding, sir? I only mention it, sir, because the bed doesn't seem like it's been slept in.
Now, she seemed to think I'm Kaplan. I wonder if I look like Kaplan.
Oh, and that's why they maybe got him.
Oh, well, look who's here.
Who? Where?
Our friend who's assembling the General Assembly this afternoon. Bulletin. Kaplan has dandruff.
In that case, I think we should leave.
Too late.
You rang for me, sir?
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
Sure, you're Mr. Kaplan.
When did you first see me?
Outside the door.
And that's the first time you laid eyes on me?
Can I help it if you're never around, Mr. Kaplan?
All right, Elsie, thanks.
Valet. Could I hang in the closet, Mr. Kaplan?
Yes, please.
Valet? Did he say?
I've forgotten. What time did I give you that suit?
Last night, around 6.
Did I give it to you personally?
Oh, no, Mr. Kaplan. You called down on the phone and bribed the suit to me and said it would be hanging in your closet.
Ah, now that's much better.
Well, obviously, they've mistaken me for a much shorter man. Should I?
Certainly not.
But he will.
Good to find you in, Mr. Kaplan.
Who is this?
We met only last night, and still you do not recognize my voice.
Yes, I know who you are. And I'm not Mr. Kaplan.
We are pleased to find you in.
Now, wait.
Who was it?
Only one of the men who tried to kill me last night.
Oh, we're back to that one, are we?
The mother doesn't believe it.
That call was made from the lobby, sir.
It was?
I think I'd like to meet these killers.
You know who he reminds me of? It's like James Stewart mixed with Pierce Brosnan, mixed with Big from Sex and the City, mixed with...
You gentlemen aren't really trying to kill my son, are you?
Poor him. Roger?
Roger! Roger, will you be home for dinner?
Where to?
I don't know. Just keep going. Take me to the United Nations. I'm being followed. Can you do anything about it?
Yes, I can.
Do it.
Can you imagine if you asked your Uber driver that? 1 star.
Where will I find Mr. Lester Townsend? He expects me.
Your name, please.
Kaplan, George Kaplan.
So, when the trial starts tomorrow and he doesn't prove all this, will he, like, go to jail? Or his mom's like, just pay the $2 fee? Or is that all it is?
Mr. Townsend of Uniphone. Mr. Townsend of Uniphone. Please call at the communications desk of the public lounge. United States
Page
Secretary,
me.
please.
Mr. Cap, you wanted to see Mr. Townsend.
How do you do, Mr. Kaplan?
This isn't Mr. Townsend.
Yes, it is.
Well, there must be some mistake. Mr. Lester Townsend?
That's me.
Oh, there's a lot of crap going on.
Were you at home last night, Mr. Townsend?
You mean in Glen Cove?
Yes.
Oh, I've been staying in my apartment here in town for the last month. Now, Mr. Kaplan, what's this all about?
Give me, but who are those people living in your house?
What people? House is completely closed up.
Do you know this man? Look!
He's got a knife! Look out! Call the police!
Wait a minute. Don't come any nearer. You get back.
Oh no. Oh no. Why'd he pull it out?
Pull
photograph has been tentatively identified as that of Roger Thornhill, Manhattan advertising executive.
Oh my gosh. This is getting very mixed up.
In his defense, he charged that the murder victim, Mr. Townsend, had tried to kill him the night before.
Does anyone know this Thornhill?
No, not me.
Apparently, the poor sucker got mistaken for George Kaplan.
I'm gonna get mistaken for George Kaplan when George Kaplan doesn't even exist.
What are we going to do about Mr. Thornhill?
We do nothing.
What?
Oh, we could congratulate ourselves on a marvelous stroke of good fortune. Our non-existent decoy, George Kaplan, created to divert suspicion from our actual agent.
How long do you think he'll stay alive?
Well, that's his problem.
We can't sit back calmly and wait to see who kills him first, Van Damme and company, or the police.
What can we do to save him without endangering our own agent?
Aren't we being just a wee bit callous?
Yes.
We didn't invent our non-existent man and give him the name of George Kaplan. Created George Kaplan and labored successfully to convince Van Damme that this was our own agent. We make the slightest move to suggest that there is no such agent as George Kaplan. Give any hint to Van Damme that he's pursuing a decoy instead of our own agent. Then our agent, working right under Van Damme's very nose, will immediately face suspicion.
Oh?
Goodbye, Mr. Thornhill, wherever you are.
So there really is no Kaplan. That's just the guy invented by the FBI to catch those bad guys in the house. And they're not going to do anything to help him.
Well, I can't go to the police. At least not yet. My fingerprints are on the knife. I'm a car thief, a drunk driver, and I murdered a man for revenge. I wouldn't have a chance. And I won't have until I find George Kaplan, who obviously knows what this is all about.
Oh.
Give me a bedroom on the 20th century, please.
Think they're all sold out.
Sold out.
You can always go coach.
Well, could you call them and see what they have?
Something wrong with your eye?
Yes, they're sensitive to questions. Will you call them?
Don't go away.
Yeah, right. They would already have all the pictures printed out.
He's at window 15, upper level. Hurry.
You're in luck, mister.
He's staying very calm. I'm impressed. For an advertising exec. Like, he's not like a Jack Ryan type. He's just a guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
My fault.
He went that way. I think he got off.
7 parking tickets.
Oh.
Nice sunglasses. Why'd she do that for him?
Well, here we are again.
Yes.
Recommend anything?
The brook trout. A little trouty, but quite good.
A little trouty.
You feel you've seen me somewhere before. Funny how I have that effect on people. It's something about my face.
It's a nice face.
Oh, you're that type. Honest.
Not really.
Good, because honest women frighten me.
Because you're not honest with them.
Exactly.
Like that business about the 7 parking tickets?
The moment I meet an attractive woman, I have to start pretending I've no desire to make love to her. She might find the idea objectionable.
Then again, she might not.
Oh, bold.
Think how lucky I am to have been seated here.
I tipped the steward $5 to seat you here.
Oh.
I never discuss love on an empty stomach.
You've already eaten.
But you haven't.
This doesn't feel very Hitchcocky yet. Like the creepiness is not here, or the...
You're Roger Thornhill of Madison Avenue, and you're wanted for murder on every front page in America. Oh, don't worry. I won't say a word.
How come?
I told you. It's a nice face.
Maybe Hitchcock made a love story, and they can work together to clear his name and live happily ever after. I know. Not everything has a happy ending.
Roger O. Thornhill. What does the O stand for?
Nothing. I've been playing hide and seek with the Pullman conductor ever since the train left New York. No place to sleep.
I have a large drawing room all to myself.
It doesn't seem quite fair, does it?
Drawing room E, car 3901.
Such a nice number.
She just oozes sex appeal, doesn't she?
I just saw 2 men get out of a police car as we pulled into the station.
Sunglasses.
Just lie still. Come in. Who are you?
State police. Your name, please?
Eve Kendall.
There was a man at your table tonight in the dining car.
Well, I never saw him before. Yes, I think so.
He's wanted for murder.
Good heavens, no.
Your waiter said that you were getting along pretty good with this Thornhill fellow.
Oh, is that his name?
She's good.
Still breathing?
Hurry up and get me a snorkel. Tell me, why are you so good to me?
Shall I climb up and tell you why?
Oh. But why is she helping him? She knew who he was.
Now, don't you think it'll be a better idea if you stayed in my hotel room?
Can't let you get involved. It's too dangerous.
I'm a big girl.
Yeah, and in all the right places, too.
How do I know you aren't a murderer?
You don't.
Maybe you're planning to murder me right here tonight.
Shall I?
Please do.
Oh. That was a good kiss.
We should stop.
Immediately.
You're an advertising man, that's all I know.
That's right.
Is he worried about his job, BT Dub?
What else do you know?
Got taste in clothes, taste in food.
And taste in women. I like your flavor.
You're very clever with words. Could probably make them do anything for you. Don't bother with the washroom. I'll wait outside.
Thank you.
We call it washroom in Canada. Bathrooms we call washroom.
Come out, wherever you are.
Now, where were we?
Where were we?
She's not bad, is she?
A message from the lady in 3901.
Oh, no! She works for Van Damme.
Anything to report, Miss Kendall?
Why, yes, I had a fine night's sleep.
Have you seen the man we're looking for?
Oh, no.
Eve.
Well, I'm calling to go change your clothes.
Well, where do you propose I do that? In Marshall Field's window?
Sort of had the men's room in mind.
Do you think she believes his story?
Did you know? You're the smartest girl I ever spent the night with on the train.
I don't know. He took the clothes and went up that way.
Okay, wait a sec. Oh, be careful. Some more disguise. Put it all over your face. Mrs. Doubtfire style. Needs a disguise.
Take the Greyhound bus that leaves Chicago for Indianapolis at 2 and ask the driver to let you off at Prairie Stop, Highway 41. No car. Mr. Kaplan said bus. Wait beside the road. He'll be there at 3:30.
How will I know him?
He'll know you.
You seem, I don't know, you seem tense.
You know, you better go before the police run out of red caps.
We'll see each other again, won't we?
Sometime, I'm sure.
Please.
They're coming.
Help him out, Eve. Oh, you're just sending him to the wolves. I mean, she's got to believe it, right? She's got to believe that he's not really Kaplan, unless she thinks he's telling her this whole elaborate story, too. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. There's not even a place to sit. He's dying to know what happens. How is this gonna end?
Hot day.
Seen worse.
Are you supposed to be meeting someone here?
Waiting for the bus.
Then your name isn't Kaplan.
Can't say it is, 'cause it ain't. That's funny. That plane's dusting crops where there ain't no crops.
This... I don't know if she sent him here to get him out of harm's way, or if she sent him here because Van Damme is gonna pick him up. my gosh. Get in a ditch. Dig a hole. Ah! Oh my gosh. There's gotta be an easier way to kill him. Freaky stuff always happens in a freaking cornfield. Oh no. Come on. Some nice soul pick him up, right? Holy, this is creating a trail of disaster and crime. He's gonna clear his name, though.
Yes?
Could you let me have Mr. George Kaplan's room number, please?
Checked out at 7:10 this morning.
Well, then how come I got a message from him at 9?
What's that?
Nothing, nothing.
He knows. You know, she set him up.
Miss Eve Kendall is expecting me.
It's weird. They would never give this information out now, right?
Hello. Surprised?
Is she having a change of heart? She's Team Roger, not
I could use a
Team
drink.
Van Damme?
The meeting with Kaplan? He didn't show up. It's funny, isn't it?
Why funny?
Oh, after all those involved and explicit directions he gave you on the phone?
Maybe I copied them down wrong.
I think you sent me to the right place, all right.
Well, what are you going to do next?
Oh, I haven't made my mind up yet. It may depend on you. You're my little helper, aren't you? To a long and lasting friendship. Meaning, from now on, I'm not going to let you out of my sight, sweetheart.
I do have plans of my own.
Wouldn't it be nice if my problems and your plans were somehow connected? Then we could always stay close to each other.
Hello?
Hello?
No, not yet. I'm not ready. I'll meet you. What's the address? Yes. Goodbye.
Business?
Yes.
What about having dinner with me?
You can't afford to be seen any place.
Let's have it up here, nice and cozy.
No,
Eve, what do they have on you?
I want you to leave right now. Stay far away from me and don't come near me again. Last night was last night, and that's all there was. And that's all there is. There isn't going to be anything more between us.
After dinner.
Now.
After dinner. Fair is fair.
All right. But you let the hotel valet do something with this suit first.
Hello. Valet service, please. 463. How quickly can you get a suit sponged and pressed?
I'm so scared she's gonna knock him over the head from behind.
Better take your things off. You could always take a cold shower.
She's a mystery.
How does a girl like you get to be a girl like you? Because I bet you could tease a man to death without half trying.
Be with you in a minute. Thank you.
That was fast. Hotels have great service. Got no pants though. Fresh suit.
Thank you. 200 is bid. Say the 300. I have 300.
What?
Sold to Mr. Stone, second row, $450. And now lot number 103. Ah, this lovely Aubuchon settee. Please start the bidding. 900 is bid. Now who'll say 1,000? 1,000, thank you. 1,000 at 1,000, say 1,100.
Three of you together.
Good evening, Mr. Kaplan. You disappoint me, sir.
He followed me here from the hotel.
He was in your room? Sure. Isn't everybody?
400 is bid. Say the 5.
500.
Thank you.
I'll bet you paid plenty for this little piece of sculpture.
Oh.
She's worth every dollar of it. Take it from me.
Then to Mr. Van Damme at 700.
Oh, Mr. Van Damme.
First, you're the outraged Madison Avenue man who claims he's been mistaken for someone else. Then you play the fugitive from justice, supposedly trying to clear his name of a crime he knows he didn't commit.
True. True.
Apparently, the only performance that'll satisfy you is when I play dead.
In your very next role, you'll be quite convincing, I assure you.
Am I to be dropped into a vat of molten steel and become part of a new skyscraper? Or are you going to ask this female to kiss me again and poison me to death? Who are you kidding? You have no feelings to hurt.
How much to start the bidding on this collector's porcelain?
The FBI guy.
Something seems to tell me I've got a much better chance of survival if I go to the police. Good night, sweetheart. Don't think it wasn't nice.
Say the 12.
It's true. They don't want him caught by the police.
Please. Last call. And now catalog number 109.
What's the plan, boys?
1,500.
Well, the bid is already up to $2,250, sir.
I still say 1,500.
$2,250 once, $2,250 twice.
1,200.
Sold for $2,250.
For that chromo?
What's happening?
How do we know it's not a fake? It looks like a fake.
Oh, wants to be taken out.
Who'll say 12? 11 twice, 12. Thank you. 12, go 13. Who'll say 13?
What is
$13. That's more than it's worth.
Go 13. Who'll say 13?
Oh, he's trying to get security to take him out rather than...
2,000.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't...
Make it 2,500.
I have 1,200 once, 1,200 twice.
3,000.
Sold for 1,200.
That's unfair.
You'd better leave, sir.
Well, what took you so long?
Let's take a little walk.
Well, no, wait a minute.
Get moving.
I haven't finished fitting yet. Oh, sorry, old man. Too bad. Keep trying.
In your face, old man. FBI man, you better help him out.
Chicago police capture United Nations killer.
It's him.
That's right. Congratulations, Ben.
We've got a man here who answers to the description of Thornhill, Roger. Come again? You sure? Yeah, I got it. 1055 off and clear.
Where are we going?
Airport.
I want to be taken to an airport. I want to be taken to police headquarters. I'm a dangerous assassin. I'm a mad killer on the loose.
What is his accent? It's almost like a distinguished gentleman accent, but like maybe that's just the way he talks, but or maybe the time. It's attractive. Look at everyone wearing the suits. Oh, who's gonna Van Damme is in with the police? It's our FBI guy.
Thought I'd never make it.
Finally.
Getting too old for this kind of work. All right, men. Thank you.
He's gonna sort all this out, isn't he?
I had nothing to do with that United Nations killing.
Well, we know that.
Then why did you let the police...
Yeah, why didn't you tell him you knew he was innocent?
And I take it I'm going to be clear.
I think we should walk faster, Mr. Thornhill. We'll miss the plane.
Where are we going? New York or Washington?
Rapid City, South Dakota.
Rapid City? What for?
No, Mount Rushmore.
Well, thank you. I've seen Mount Rushmore.
So is your friend, Mr. Van Damme.
Van Damme?
A rather formidable kind of gentleman, eh?
Eh?
Oh, you could say he's a sort of importer-exporter. Government secrets, perhaps?
So why don't you grab him?
Still too much we don't know about his organization.
What's all this got to do with Mount Rushmore?
Well, Van Damme has a place near there. We think it's his jumping-off point to leave the country tomorrow night.
You're going to stop him?
No.
Well, then what are we going there for?
Set his mind at ease about George Kaplan.
Oh, you, huh?
Oh, no, Mr. Thornhill. There is no such person as George Kaplan, which is why I'm going to have to ask you to go on being him for the next 24 hours.
I'm an advertising man, not a red herring. Got a job, a secretary, a mother, 2 ex-wives depended upon me.
2 ex-wives.
Goodbye, then.
Goodbye.
I thought there was any chance of changing your mind. I'd talk about Miss Kendall, whom you so obviously disapprove. I don't suppose it would matter to you that she was probably forced to do whatever she did in order to protect herself?
From what?
Exposure, assassination. You see, Mr. Thornhill, she's one of our agents. I know you didn't mean it, but I'm afraid you have put her in an extremely...
Well, that changes things. He went to South Dakota.
I don't like the way Teddy Roosevelt is looking at me.
Perhaps he's trying to give you one last word of caution, Mr. Kaplan.
So, maybe, because it's a Hitchcock movie, I keep waiting for this creepy or, like, scary thing to happen. And maybe that's what Hitchcock wanted, but maybe it isn't a scary movie. Like maybe it's just like a whodunit or an investigative thriller. Normal citizen gets caught in, I don't know. But the anticipation is high because of that.
I misunderstand you about bringing her here?
He kind of has the accent too.
Suppose I tell you, I not only know the exact time you're leaving the country tonight, but the latitude and longitude of your rendezvous and your ultimate destination.
You wouldn't care to carry my bags for me, would you?
Perhaps you'd be interested in the price just the same, for doing nothing to stop you.
How much did you have in mind?
Oh.
I want the girl. I want the girl to get what's coming to her. You do that, and I'll look the other way tonight.
What made you arrive at the deduction that my feelings for Miss Kendall might have deteriorated to the point where I would trade her in?
I don't deduce. I observe.
Ooh.
Just a second, you. Save the phony tears.
What?
Stay away from me.
Why did she do? He's not. I do not accept this. Oh my gosh. She's in on it, right? She's in on it. He's wearing a bulletproof vest. If he dies, I'm gonna be so mad at this movie. He never gets to have his name cleared or story resolved.
Mr. Thornton?
She was in on it.
There's not much time. I wanted to tell you, I mean apologize.
I understand. All in the line of duty.
I did treat you miserably.
I hated you for it. And I used some pretty harsh words. I'm sorry. And naturally, if I'd known.
I couldn't tell you. You didn't get hurt. I'm so relieved.
Of course I was hurt. How would you have felt?
I mean, you did it rather well, I thought.
Me too. Very convincing.
I met Philip Van Damme at a party one night and saw only his charm. I guess I had nothing to do that weekend, so I decided to fall in love.
That's nice. Holy cow, she's gorgeous.
So you became a Girl Scout.
Maybe it was the first time anyone ever asked me to
How
do anything.
long has she been in this fake relationship?
Has life been like that?
Oh.
How come?
Men like you,
What's wrong with men like me?
they don't believe in marriage.
I've been married twice.
See what I mean?
I may go back to hating you. It was more fun.
Goodbye, darling.
Called him darling.
Couldn't we stand like this for just a few hours?
Oh.
No, you're supposed to be critically wounded.
I never felt more alive.
Well, whose side are you on?
Yours always, darling.
Did Hitchcock write me a love story?
You and I are going to get together and do a lot of apologizing to each other.
No, that can't be.
Why?
She's going off with Van Damme tonight on the plane. That's why we went to such lengths to make her a fugitive from justice.
You said that after tonight...
I needed your help. War is hell, Mr. Thornhill, even when it's a cold one.
If you fellas can't lick the Van Dams of this world without asking girls like her to bed down with them and fly away with them and probably never come back, perhaps you ought to start learning how to lose a few cold wars.
Oh.
Now, come on, get
Now,
up.
please.
The park to see the famed Mount Rushmore monument.
He's right.
They'll do for you around here for the next couple of days.
Can you just let him go back to his life?
I've begun to forget her already.
Inside of an hour, she'll be gone.
Well, how's everything out in Rapid City?
Oh, everything's fine.
You care to do me a favor in return? I'd like a drink. Could you get me some bourbon? A pint would do.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
He's going to get his lady, isn't he? The FBI is going to know exactly where he's going, though. Oh, wow. Why are they letting Van Damme just leave the country? The plane.
There's nothing to worry about.
I just lost my head. I just didn't know what I was doing.
Soon we'll be off together and I shall dedicate myself to your happiness. 10 minutes, huh?
At the most. I wonder if I might have a few words of parting with you, sir. I know how terribly fond you are of Miss Kendall.
Wait a second. Is Leonard going to tell him that he thinks she's playing him?
Sometimes the truth does taste like a mouthful of worms.
Truth?
Call it my woman's intuition, if you will. But I
What?
never trusted neatness. Neatness is always the result of deliberate planning, and thereby wrapped everything up into one very neat and tidy bundle.
I think you're jealous. No, I mean it. I'm very touched. Very.
The
gun she shot Kaplan with. Found it in her luggage. Shoot one of your own people to show that you're not one of them. They've just freshened it up a bit with blank cartridges.
Oh, crap.
What was that noise?
Yes, we wondered what it was, too, didn't we, Leonard?
Crap. I know. He's got a Warner.
This matter is best disposed of from a great height over water.
Oh, my gosh. There's a storm outside. Advertising, executive, scaling a building. No, no, no! Crap. They're on to you. I'm in your room.
One of my most valuable attributes, as it now turns out. It would please me if you would think of me as being along on this journey.
Oh, crap.
It's heading pretty far out on the north leg.
See it, see it, see it. She sees it.
Well, we better get moving.
I think I left my earrings upstairs.
Darling,
What are you doing here, Roger? You ruined everything.
you know all about the fake shooting. They're going to do away with you.
They found your...
found the gun with the blanks in it in your luggage. Figured that they got at the auction sale last night is filled with microfilm. Whatever you do, don't get on that plane.
Oh, crap, oh, crap, oh, crap, oh, crap.
Stay where you are.
Are guns all that tiny? Like, they all have these little baby guns. You don't see those nowadays, do you? Eve, what are you gonna do?
Get that figure back from her.
Did he kill the housekeeper?
Housekeeper had me pinned down for 5 minutes before I realized it was that same silly gun of yours.
Oh, crap. Run it! That's probably a bad idea. Oh, no. Okay, wait. We need to... Oh, literally on top of the monument. I feel like we really need to get back to the car. My hands.
Well, if we ever get out of this alive, let's go back to New York on the train together.
Is that a proposition?
It's a proposal, sweetie.
What happened to the first two marriages?
Oh, my wives divorced me. Oh, I think they said I led too dull a life.
I bet they actually filmed this here. Like, they let them... It's maybe not them actually climbing on it. Maybe it is. You gotta give it to Leonard. He's a very devoted henchman. Ah! Get her! Come on, Eve. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Help! Help me!
Professor? FBI?
Thank you, Sergeant.
Leonard?
Here, reach. Now.
Come on, darling.
Come along, Mrs. Thornhill.
Oh my gosh. Happy ending? Well, that was not what I was expecting. I was expecting a Halloween in July type of creepy movie. And it was a thriller disguised, well, actually, it was a romance disguised as a thriller. It got me a happy ending. I fell in love with Cary Grant. I fell in love with her, Eve Kendall. You know, I was thinking during this, I was like, I really actually like this trope of like, sometimes it happens where like a mistaken identity or a citizen gets dragged into like police business and then ends up like, you know, becoming a hero and doing the actual police business. And I was like, this was probably the first of its kind. This probably invented the trope back in 1959. So these older movies, sometimes they drag things out a little bit too much for me, like, and I know that especially with Hitchcock, it's probably meant to be like an anticipation thing. But like, for example, when he's at that bus stop waiting, and we see like 4 cars go by and not be his, I'm like, could we just make that 1 car? Or when he goes into the restaurant at the Mount Rushmore Cafe, you like see him walk in, get his coffee, go sit down, which is fine. Like, you're setting a scene in a story, but sometimes I am like, we should cut those just to like get it moving. My only complaint. I did like it. I really liked him. I liked that last half hour. My hands were sweating the whole time, and they were in love and got married and went on a train. I want to go on a train. Okay, that movie made me want to go see Mount Rushmore, never seen it, and eat in that cute little cafe. I wonder if it's real. I really want to go on like a train with like rooms and have a dining car. Don't know if those are still a thing. Although they just had one in Mission Impossible 7. Anyways, it was very fun and such a happy surprise. So thank you so much for watching along with me, and I'll see you again next time.